Welcome back, everyone. Sheepdog Smokey here. And before we dive in, please remember to go on and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're among the first to know of all new content as it posts. This we have from the Desert News out of Utah: why more Utah teachers are considering carrying firearms in the classroom. I know exactly why this is only a local story, because it flies in the face of the liberal media. The media of pro-choice, 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 as long as your choice is what they tell you to choose. Now, this headline also goes against the mantra on this topic. These teachers are not being armed. These teachers are choosing to receive training so they may then carry in the classroom. No one is being forced. This even goes into a line that really kind of blows up the argument as well. You have a teacher here, Erin Thomas, surrounded by gun violence in South Africa. I hate that term. It's violence. And she is anti-firearm, according to this, but she is considering being armed because, as it says here, if the unthinkable were to happen, Thomas says she wants to be able to take action to be helpful rather than helpless. I will chime in on something that's not written here. Do not do what is in this photo. You do not leave your firearm laying out. Now, I understand you can't really see what's behind me, but over in that area is a safe. It is locked. I can get into it rather quickly. But if my firearm is not on my hip, being used at the range or otherwise being used, or if I am not cleaning it, I don't leave it laying out. This is an invitation for someone to bump into whatever it's laying on and the firearm fall. It is uncommon, it is very rare, but a firearm can discharge due to a strong enough impact against the firearm. So do not leave it laying out. If you're not going to have it on your person, do not carry it. Period. And just for those who might make the argument for ladies who carry in a purse, that's on your person. As we go on, you see here there's training going on. I would argue this man's trigger discipline is hard to see, but that's another topic altogether. But as always, we have Mom's Demand. We have Shannon Watts and all of her little sycophants. Guns do not belong in classrooms to begin with. Well, Mary Thompson. Unfortunately, that little plastic sign that says gun-free zone does nothing to deter criminals, as we've seen. Now, yes, I do agree that we do need to focus on mental wellness. We do need to focus on ensuring students are not bullied, as Emma Gonzalez admitted she bullied Nicholas Cruz. We do need to. But we don't live in a world where we can just make something happen. You see, there are evil people on this planet. There have been since mankind first walked the earth. Evil has existed. And unfortunately, you can't legislate that out of the scenario. You can't legislate criminals out of society. Just can't be done. I don't carry a firearm to feel stronger, or to feel powerful, or to feel like I'm in command of a situation. I carry my firearm because I know evil exists in the world. And even in the rather small conservative community I live in, I know it could strike. And I have made a point of training myself, of having the tools I need, and knowing how to use them. And I pray every day that I never have to use that firearm against a person. Because I know psychologically it's going to all but destroy me. But I'd rather be a dribbling idiot in a padded room then have to remember I could have saved a life, but I wasn't prepared, wasn't able to. But unfortunately, the argument never goes too far because Shannon, the leader of Mom's Demand, blocks everyone who dares disagree with her. I don't remember the exact tweet, but I responded to her, pointing out several inconsistencies and inaccuracies in something she tweeted. I was blocked. Very famously, Shannon has Dana Loesch blocked while she regularly lies about Dana. Very recently, last year, at the NRA convention in Dallas. Shannon, of course, was in Dallas, nowhere near the convention because she won't lower herself to consort with we dirty hippie rednecks, whatever her current nom de guerre for us is. But during the day, I believe it was on Saturday, it may have been a different one, but at one point she tweeted that Dana Loesch had just shown up and threatened her. Someone screenshotted it, tagged Dana. Dana responded saying, no, I'm nowhere near you. Shannon famously never saw it because she has Dana blocked. I could have walked up holding a 75-inch television magically made to be powered showing the tweet. I could have had Dana on video conference saying, she's 23 miles away. How did she threaten you? And I would have been the evil right-wing bigot out to hurt Shannon Watt's reputation. Well, she does that enough on her own with her idiocy and her lies and her totalitarian demand for power. I have been a teacher. I've been a teacher for several different districts because unfortunately I can't find full-time work because I'm not also a coach. And all of the schools I worked in were gun-free zones. So I did not have my firearm on me. I'm very thankful that there was never a need for it because I would have been the one blocking the door with my body, telling my students to remain hidden and quiet. And I probably would be dead. These teachers are not gun nuts. These teachers are not going to be a threat to their students. I would argue that this teacher needs a bit more education on the topic, although it's very possible that this was a staged photo to show her pretty pink gun on a clipboard with a pen by it. The point of carrying a firearm is to introduce the question of who in this room might be able to stop me doing whatever the hell I want to do. That question alone causes many criminals to stop and think and not worry, not even go there. There are several schools in Texas that have a sign that our teachers may be armed to better be able to defend our students. Do you want to take that chance? Now, they phrase it differently, but it's all phrased basically the same. It's pretty much all Dirty Harry. Do you feel lucky? And none of them that I know of have had any type of attack at all involving a firearm or not. Because that question, as you approach the campus, is put in your brain. Someone here might be able to act to stop me. Criminals are always going to prey on the weak. You look at who gets beaten up in a school, and it's the very small child beaten up by the much larger bully who feels very confident because that tiny little kid can't do anything. You look at assault situations, and someone either always has a weapon or they're much larger than their victim. You look at who gets robbed. It's the people who have no security. You look at who gets murdered. The people who don't have a gun to defend themselves. This argument should be, honestly, one that is open and shut. If you have the ability to defend yourself, you have an obligation to do so. If you have the ability and training to defend others, you have an obligation to do so. I don't understand how the party of choice, choice, choice can look at teachers saying, I am choosing to educate myself and better myself so that I am better able to defend my students, and then lie blatantly and openly to say that teacher's going to end up killing somebody. That gun is going to make them kill someone. We're not too far off on some of the statements made from someone saying, the second you touch a firearm, a demon is summoned from hell and takes over your body and just starts killing. I've owned firearms for the last 25 years. For the first 3, I owned a shotgun and a 30-06 rifle. For the 21 years after that, I have owned a pistol or 2. I have never had to pull my firearm on a person. I have shot one coyote that was on the edge of my land and going after a horse, and I have used a shotgun to scare off other coyotes, and I've killed one skunk that was going after my dogs. Pro tip, please don't shoot a skunk that's when you're downwind, or at least be ready. But I've never had to draw on a person, and I pray I never do. I go to the range regularly so that I know that weapon inside and out, so that I know it functions, I know it works, and that I educate myself on firearms laws, use of force laws, and other things. I watch for changes in those so that I know when I should or shouldn't act. But apparently, I'm an evil, racist, Nazi bigot for daring to own a gun and suggest that if someone else wants to, they have the right to. I don't know. I've talked long enough. Let me know what you think. Just remember, keep it civil. We don't learn from arguing, only debate. Also, please remember to like and share the video so that we can expand the conversation, as well as to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you are among the first to know of all new content as it posts. Until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day.